2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. An opportunity for a birdie here. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
This for par.
He's in a share of 5th position. The second hole is a long par 3 of typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
Lining up from the sand now. That's brilliant out of the sand. A chance to save the par if he can make this one. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of. But if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Well struck. What's in front of them, Henny?
18-footer here is what he's facing.
Looking good.
And this putt coming up for his par. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. The first of the par 5s, Rich, the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
That swing didn't deserve a good reward. This should head into the rough. And here we are with the third shot. Just 2 shots behind. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Rich. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
And playing this one from around 120 yards out. Just a stroke behind the leader. Going with the pitching wedge here. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot. Getting ready to play their third. Just one shot back now. Very crafty, that shot.
Such soft hands.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. Currently 1 under for the day. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th. Rich, a lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Well, well played. Playing this shot from about 210 yards out. Only one shot off the pace. And here we are with the third shot. Currently a shot off the lead. Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Opting for the 6 iron. Oh no, is that heading towards the bunker? Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Wow, that's misjudged. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
If that's the right pace, this should drop. That's disappointing. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
That's not the one he wanted. That's in the sand. Oh, that one's bouncing around in the branches. Far from ideal. Sitting at 1 under the card. Tied for 5th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's disappointing.
Come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
And he's down there. You got to read.
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Yeah, fair effort. Now 4 back after that hole. As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
Yep, they Houdini'd that. That's brilliant.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
Now they can move ahead here if they hold this and leave Lexi Thompson behind.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Currently at +1 for the day. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Wow, did this come out beautifully.
That should set up another chance. And this one to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
You like that, didn't you? Chance to get one under the card with this putt.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Oh, what a great stroke. Gets it to go down. Wow, what a save.
With that putt, they went from the outhouse to the penthouse.
Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
From about 100 yards. He's 2 shots back. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Good opportunity here to move into a tie for third. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. He's currently tied for third. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Big chance here. Ooh. Job done. Let's head to the next. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Going with the 6-iron here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Lovely moment here. Good opportunity to move into a tie for third. And it's New Zealand's Lydia Ko who leads here as we head to the next. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Yeah, got a bit out of shape. This one shouldn't find the cut stuff. That ball looked a little thirsty. Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. Time for the 5th shot. Just 2 shots behind. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
This is what they have left for bogey.
Yeah, that one pulled straight off the blade. This putt about 11 feet in distance. That was a gallant attempt. Just a short putt remaining here. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
That is hunting for the hole. Can make this one. It's for par. Lydia Ko is currently leading the event as we head to the next hole. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right, or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Well, it's found the surface, but that's about as much as you can say about it.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Good opportunity coming up. Make this putt, and you'll move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. Bit quick in the stroke, that looked pulled. An opportunity to make their par. And with that, this round comes to a close. So the opening round in the books, Rich.